To the channel of love. The lighting's a bit different this morning. It gave me predicts texting as well. Oh my goodness. You're the first people I've spoken to today. And I felt that you was going to be the first people that I spoke to today before I speak to anyone else. I wanted to do a reading. We've got way too many cards. Well, that's what I think. I feel a little congested, but I'm sure that will clear. I was taken to like the yellowy colours, and then the Thoth cards kind of came in with it. And then we kind of went into this kind of colour. And then we have the Rumi deck. So I'm just going to crack on and do a reading. We're going to use these Thoth cards first. The Secret Language of Colour cards. What have I noticed new in the room? Some more stickers. Oh no, I've just knocked these over. Oh my goodness. Okay. We've got some stickers here. This is what's new. But I noticed that they were like hairs. And in the reading, it was like there was a hair trapped in my cards. Okay. I'm trapped. Help me. Let's have a look at these Thoth cards, see what wants to come out. Help me break free. I'm feeling the energy of the Tower because out of my cone of vision, all I can see is this bit of hair. It's a Tower of Cards here. Let me just break it down. That's better. Right, okay, we're going to break it down. Let's have a look and see what's on the cards then. We'll break it down. We spoke about this yesterday. What happens when you've been through all the heartache and you accept that, and then it's time to gain again. So we have ruin. And then we have gain. Ten of Swords is this card here. That's normally the figure laying on the floor with all the swords in his back. And then gain is the Nine of Discs, which is the Divine Feminine's energy. It's the feminine standing in the garden with all the pentacles and just a nice richness about her. She has a bird on her hand. A bird on her hand. Okay. I'm trying to think of some saying about the bird in the hand, but I don't know what it is. I feel we've got two energies here. A very fiery temperament with the ruin, and then we have this calm, cool and collected. There's a calm, cool, collective with the Divine Feminine's energy here, and everything's just flowing. There's just so many options. Let me show you this before we look at the bottom of the deck. Feels like the masculine's energy here just keeps hitting like dead ends, maybe. It's like, I feel like these are stops. I've painted my nails this morning. I've already ballsed them up. It was like, I'm not ready to touch anything afterwards for a little while. And I kind of ignore that advice, so I'll sort them out later. I feel there's all these stops here on the end of the swords. Where with the feminine's energy here, the Nine of Pentacles, it's just like there's all these coins with different like character heads on. It actually took me to like the heads on a coin, so being in different countries, travelling. Feels very much there's a restricted energy with the masculines here, with the Ten of Swords. But that is coming to an end because the Tens are about completion, endings, beginnings. So this is an ending for a new beginning. And then the feminine's energy here is just, feels like she hasn't been blocked. And the flow is available to her. Look at the feminine symbol at the top here. And then, well, there's nothing really in this symbol. Okay, right. Next is the well-being card. So let's look at these. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Cups. The Queen of Love. It's like she knows what she's doing and she's creating a mirror effect, a reflection of who she is in her outer world. That's why the flow is available to her. As within, so without. So I'd say that there's more of a lack mentality here, as within, so without. So I'd say if you feel as if you're lacking, the energy here is if you're not appreciative of what you do have, and understand why you do have it, that's one of the big blocks here, the stops. Appreciation for where you are in the moment. There's a lack of gratitude, I feel. I want to read this top card because I'm taken to the orange colour. And I've been drawn to the orange because I was drawn to the colour, the secret language of colour cards. Well, we're going to read it then. Desire is the beginning of all creation. In allowing your desire to come to you, you not only gain the satisfaction of having received it, you also gain a whole new perspective from which to desire more. I say that the Divine Feminine here is allowing her desires to come to her. In allowing your desire to come to you, you not only gain the satisfaction of having received it, you also gain a whole new perspective from which to desire more. And then we have the block here with the masculine's energy. This is breaking it down. I feel like this is the Divine Feminine breaking it down for the Divine Masculine to comprehend. I mean, I had a session yesterday with a lady, and when I pointed out some things that I thought were really obvious, she was like, really? What, you mean I'm in like control of my own health and my own happiness, and I can... I was just like, yes. But just the amazement on her face, that she was in control of it all. Okay. So in allowing your desire to come to you, and I feel the masculine's blocking what he does truly desire, fear. I had the message earlier. I felt that the energy that the Divine Masculines were feeling was fear. It's not so much anger. What I was taken to was how different people respond and how two situations. There's a quote that says, circumstances, I think that's the word they use, but that's what I'm going to use. Circumstances don't make a man, they reveal him. And a woman, we can say that. And I felt like if someone's responding like very angrily, is that the right word? Then that's what they have inside of them, is a lot of anger. And if someone's, and I felt the masculine's energy, and if someone's like behaving fearfully, they're scared, you know that they're scared, means they have a lot of fear still within them. I just feel there's so many blocks here for the masculine's energy. There's a lot to deal with, but we will break it down into bite-sized pieces. Right, okay, what's next then? I'll get another one of these cards here. That card there was intentionally for the Divine Masculine. So let's get a card for the Nine of Pentacles here, the Nine of Discs, the Divine Feminine's energy. Okay, every emotion I feel is guidance for my adoring inner being. So I feel this is still guidance for the masculines. This is the feminines. explaining that every emotion I feel is guidance from my adoring inner being. Because my inner being offers a strong and steady vibrational signal, I can always feel my allowance or resistance to that signal. The better I feel, the more aligned I am. The worse I feel, the more out of alignment I am. As I reach for good feeling emotions, I am in alignment with the signal of my source. I feel this is a very educational message today. Did you get that, Divine Masculine? Every emotion I feel is guidance from my adoring inner being. Because my inner being offers a strong and steady vibrational signal, I can always feel my allowance or resistance to that signal. The better I feel, the more aligned I am, and the worse I feel, the more out of alignment I am. As I reach for good feeling emotions, I am in alignment with the signal of my source. Law of Attraction cards. I felt there was a guidance book in it, but there isn't in these decks. And as I say that, I felt them like a bit sticky against my nail varnish. My guidance was to not do anything for a while. Let's have a look at the masculine's energy here. The law of attraction. I cannot create in the experience of another, meaning no one else can do this for you. You have to do it for yourself. Card number 26. You cannot create in the experience of another because you cannot think their thoughts. What you can do for them is set the example of joy. Become a being who thinks only of that which you are wanting, who speaks only of that which you are wanting, and who does only that which they are wanting, which you are wanting. Although I feel like they're speaking about the Divine Feminine here. So you cannot create in the experience of another because you cannot think their thoughts. What you can do for them is set the example of joy. Become a being who thinks only of that which you are wanting, who speaks only of that which you are wanting, and who does only that which you are wanting, and therefore brings forth only joyful emotion. There's very much the energy here of understanding, especially the Divine Feminine's behaviour, why she behaves the way that she does, why she responds the way that she does. Let's get a card for the Divine Feminine here, the Law of Attraction. We are all working towards the same goal, joy. Whether it seems like it or not, you are all working towards the same ultimate goal of joy. You are just approaching things in different ways, and all of it is working. That's good to hear, isn't it? You are just approaching things in different ways, and all of it is working. I'm just going to read the tops of these decks here. I attract the essence of my thoughts. And whatever I give attention to, wanted or unwanted, I am creating. Truth with a capital T. I just thought I'd throw that in there. Whatever I give attention to, wanted or unwanted, I am creating. That was the kind of aha moments that this lady had yesterday when I was with her. Okay, Archangel Power Tarot cards. We've got 2 cards here. The Ace of Raphael, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. Deep and lasting spiritual insights. Okay. So seeing as we had 2 cards come out, and this one's more on the Divine Feminine side that I've put it down, let's read this for the Divine Masculine. Ace of Raphael. This is the beginning of a new and positive emotional experience in your life. It may be a new person you become very close to, or a situation that fills you with joy. Often this card signifies the start of a romantic relationship or renewed romance within your current relationship. You may find yourself falling in love or making a deep and personal connection with a new friend. Profound and lasting spiritual insights are possible at this time. Trust your intuition to lead you to happiness. The additional meanings of this card: spiritual revelations, a gift from someone dear, home is where the heart is. That's beautiful. Okay, let's look at this other card here on the Divine Feminine side, the Magician. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. Archangel Raziel. The Magician energy here on the Divine Feminine side. I feel she's telling you that you are the Magician. Because I wanted to say that you create your own destiny. Well, you're a co-creator, but you have to believe that you can create the life that you desire, which takes you focusing on the life that you desire. A positive mindset at all times, no matter what. No matter what. The Magician. You have the magical touch of angels on your side. New projects that you start will be very successful. You have all the resources you need. Although this is for the Divine Feminine. Because I can feel the abundance from this card. So you have the magical touch of angels on your side. New projects that you start will be very successful. You have all the resources you need, even if you can't see them at this time. You may be underestimating the skill and knowledge that you've accumulated. You're prepared for this moment in your life, and the road ahead is safe and sure. With Archangel Raziel beside you, additional assistance in the form of guidance, supportive people, or a windfall of abundance will seem to magically appear. Anything is possible. However, to receive this help, you have to confidently take action. You must move forward with your plans in a way that displays to others and to yourself that you have no doubt as to your coming success. Additional meanings of this card: creative solutions, skill and confidence, the ability to manifest, focused action, taking the initiative. Well done you, Divine Feminine. Your abundance is available. Raziel is the magical archangel who can guide you to conjuring the life you dream of living. This wizard-like angel sits near the throne of God and is privy to all the holy secrets necessary to help you manifest wondrous and amazing opportunities for yourself. What wish are you trying to make come true? Ask Archangel Raziel for assistance when you need resources of any kind to facilitate what you're trying to create. Just ask, Divine Feminine. Ask and it is given. I had that message about 4 or 5 days ago. It was like, ask and it is given. Just ask. Good energy. Bottom of the deck. Two of Michael. Feel the energy of butting heads here. Okay. masculine, feminine. It will all be better if you just make a decision. Overanalyzing a problem, find a compromise. Two of Michael. Is your knowledge, is your wisdom, is your power a little bit intimidating for the masculine here? He can learn a lot from you, Divine Feminine. It will all be better if you make a choice. You're struggling with a decision, either over-analysing the situation or hoping it would just go away. Your heart is in conflict with your mind, so you're avoiding making a choice. This can be exhausting and create unnecessary stress. Trust your ability to make a wise and intuitively sound decision. A solution is quite possible, but compromise will be necessary. Search for middle ground, even a temporary fix will get things moving again. The additional meanings of this card: not listening to your inner wisdom, spinning your wheels, and suppressing your emotions. Okay, well, where do we go from here then? Well, let's have a look and see where you are on the enchanted map. I have this conversation going on in my mind about how long it's going to take, how long, like, actually reprogramming yourself and reprogramming your mind to be positive rather than negative. And it's just, it will take as long as it takes, but it will be worth it. Does it matter how long it takes? As long as it gets you to where you're wanting to go. No one said it would be easy, but it will be worth it. Who am I pulling this card for? Metamorphosis, card number 25. Okay, so going through the change, well, it's for both of you, but I feel like the Divine Feminine, she's through, she's on the other side. She's able to assist now and guide. 25, let's have a look at this. It's like guide who, and it's like guide you, Divine Masculine. You are in the process of deep and beautiful change. Butterflies earn their wings through great effort. The process of change is often painful, for it is never without losses and sacrifices. If you are to transform from one form to another, a part of you needs to die. Letting go isn't easy, especially when you're used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. Just as a snake sheds its dead skin, or a caterpillar dies so that a butterfly can be born, you're required to release your old ideas and embrace a necessary change so you can live your best life. Perhaps you're being asked to let go of low self-worth, a dream that no longer serves you, a relationship that is draining, or unhealthy habits. Despite your fear, you must accept that this is a transformational time for you. There will be some loss involved, but you'll love what you become. You will. You will. Well, let's go. I've got the Tarot Mucha here, so I'm not sure what we're going to do with these. We've already used 2 decks of tarot cards, but okay, I feel like I'm going to draw a card for each side and just read the meaning in the book for it. I've got the chills all of a sudden. There's a card in here that's round the wrong way. I've seen this image. Was it in the last reading? Was it the Rider-Waite Tarot? but it was a masculine standing there with the world. There is a card in here though, that's around the wrong way. Now, it's a 10 of Pentacles. Let's look at this image. Because there's a cloaked figure here, which I feel is a masculine, who's watching a feminine talk. We'll read this card. Maybe that's all we need to do. Read the 10 of Pentacles. There's a few different languages in here, so they're kind of all squashed together at the front of the book. I don't know why on earth I'd say that. Whereabouts are the Pentacles, please? That's the Swords. That's the Wands. Oh, okay. Got the discs. The 10. 3 generations gather in the courtyard of their ancestral home. The elder patriarch has given the responsibilities of the household over to his son, but his wisdom is still revered. Is that how you say that word? Anyway, the young ones are being taught to respect the family's legacy, not just in material wealth, but in tradition, honour and continuity. There is great strength to be found in the security of a beloved house and home, and even more in the collective support of loyal family relations. Key ideas: heritage, tradition, continuing a family legacy, maintaining stability for future generations. Okay, let's go to the secret language of colour cards. We have some new stuff in the room. Emily's moved around her bookcase, so the teddies are not over there now. I asked her who this character was. She said it was from the Disney film, is it Turning Red? And then we have a record player. We can see Silk Sonic. I'll show you. I'll show you. It's only on the other side here. There we go. This is what we have, the new setup here. Hello. We've got some new posters coming. I think I can remember what they all are as well. I think she's got Shrek 2 coming. Movie posters. This is what she's told me last night. Shrek 2. Bratz. The Bratz movie, because it's such a good movie, Mum. Okay. The Dreamgirls. And then she showed me Jacob from Twilight. I think it's a poster from Breaking Dawn, and it says Forever on it, but it's Jacob's face, half of his face. Well, a little bit more than half his face. So. Plum. Overcome your challenges. Card number 41. Plum is a colour of devotion, dedication and commitment that connects you to your heart and life purpose, creating deep bonds in friendships and relationships. It also assists you to stay strong through hardships and difficult situations. Plum is a colour of deep inner strength and faith. Use plum rays to overcome challenges and discover your life purpose. Good morning, Cynthia, darling. Okay, overcoming challenges. If you're facing something difficult, make sure you surround yourself with plum. Wear plum clothes, shoes or jewellery. Eat plums, paint with this colour, or visualise a ray of plum to soothe your heart and soul. Find the gift in this challenging experience and allow its insights to come into your mind. Say, Divine Spirit, please use the plum ray to guide me through any challenges I may experience with ease, grace and softness. And now I'm kind of like a little bit giggling because I wonder where like this colour came in when I chose the Rumi deck. And I can see now. It may be the best representation of this colour box. Okay, let's end with a Rumi message. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. Back to you. I still have my Bratz dolls in storage. Only a few. We love them. Yeah. I got that gratitude. The Bratz movie is good. You know, like the real life one. And, oh, actually, I think there's a new Bratz game out today. You see all them fairies flying around? There's a new Bratz game out today, but Emily was at work early this morning. But she told me she was going to be downloading it for when she gets home so that she can play it. I think her sister's going to get it on the Nintendo Switch, but Emily can't wait until Christmas, so she's getting it now on the PC, I imagine. I don't know too much about gaming. Bratz. I was suggesting where she may move some of her posters around to. So I said to her, can you kind of change these ones here? And I think we might have R2-D2 going up there behind us, a bit of a Star Wars theme. It should probably donate them, Christmas is near. Well, I don't know if you love them that much. Reminds me of the travelling pants of the sisterhood. Okay, right, let's the travelling pants of the sisterhood, just bear that in mind. It will make sense, that will. A bit later on, the travelling pants of the sisterhoods. Are you ready to travel? This card's so much about travelling here. This is a really good reading, so make sure you listen back. Especially for the Divine Feminines. Okay. I've got the card, thank you. I surge on the uprising wave of love. You can do. If you choose to. That's the Divine Feminine there, is surging on the uprising wave of love. It feels very much the energy of, well, I feel the Divine Masculine will be joining her. Card number 5. Be summoned up in 3 accounts. I was raw, I was cooked, and I was burned. Rumi. I surge on the uprising wave of love. No gravity can stop me from rising. The moon pulls the tide of life towards her, and my soul in oneness with all of life answers her call. A wave of love consumes me, and upwards I fly, flying through water to greet her shining body. Led by my heart, my wits are addled, and my mind becomes a blurry mess. And so I feel instead, feel the truth of her love, and the divine reflection she shines back at me from her radiant heart. Great forces of planetary movements affect our soul. We experience day and night through the interplay of the earth, sun and moon, and this is a profound and obvious effect. The movements of the cosmos affect us deeply, body and soul. Some movements are perhaps less obvious in form, but are just as great, if not more so, in effect upon our spiritual growth and life experiences. You are going through a cycle, or very soon will be, by which you will be moved by forces greater than your own personal will. This is a karmic period, a time during which the movements of greater planetary bodies will have an impact upon the earth and humanity. This is the way of things, greater cycles affecting smaller ones. The smaller ones are not less important, but they do have to bow to the power of the great, in oneness with the magnificent, unfolding divinity that is life itself. What we always have at our disposal is a choice to how we respond to these affecting movements and cycles. The effect of this karmic cycle now unfolding in your life is to bring you into sweet surrender and awakening into greater love. What a delicious divine destiny. However, even if we sense at one level that a shift has a positive end in store for us, we can encounter resistance and fear, born of the ego, in response to the stirring of spiritual uprising. We may quake in our holy body and wonder if everything is getting out of control and into some disorder. We will be right in our sense of imminent chaos. The disorder, however, is the ego perspective, because its range of vision is too small, too limited to comprehend the greater workings of the planetary systems that move life towards love. This is as it should be. The teacup is not made to hold the ocean, just actually a cup of tea. But if we begin to imagine that the cup of tea is preferable to the ocean, simply because it is more containable, how much we miss out on. And how terrifying when we are actually thrown into the ocean and moved by it. Its sheer power, its wild force and its passionate dance with the Moon Mother might have us fearing that we most certainly will die. Yet the only thing that is dying here and now is your grasp, your attempts at control. Why? Because your heart is more powerful than your fear, and it wants to live in total trust and surrender to the unfoldment of life's genius. It wants to let life happen to it, and what a wise intention that is. Geez, could we speak any faster? Can we slow down a little bit? Why seek to impose a smaller and less interesting story upon life when the great master storyteller is weaving a fantastic tale of great love, great adventure, and sublime spiritual success? No, it is wiser, wilder, and more fun to surf the great wave of consciousness seeking to overtake you now. Dive in, beloved. Surge with it. You are being given a gift of grace in this oracle, the promise that you won't drown, and that you will, in fact, be given a glimpse of your own divinity, should you choose to accept whatever will be offered to you. Don't try to swim against the tide of your own life journey. Go with it. The divine is there waiting for you, orchestrating waves upon which you may reach the heavenly shore. Yes, the divine is there waiting for you, waiting on a picnic blanket of fabric of the heavens, with a sacred feast of earthly bounty just now being unpacked in your honour. Get yourself into that ocean and ride those waves to your sacred date with the divine right now, sweet beloved. Surf's up. This oracle comes with a message for you. There are changes happening, and they will be out of your control. This is because you are ready for accelerated life change. Rather than paddling, you'll be caught up in a wave and moved farther, faster. Let yourself surge on with the energy of what is happening, leading with your heart and just going with whatever unfolds. This will bring you the best fortune and open you up to the divine destiny that is your birthright this lifetime. That's just amazing. Okay. 40 minutes, 14 seconds. Can we breathe now? We can breathe now. Okay, I'm going to go. I will catch up with you guys soon. Until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.